Coach, going into that 8th inning, how much does it affect the morale of your offense after having Corcoran go out there and just go 3 up, 3 down in the top of it?
It's always great late in the game when you got a guy out there you trust. And he's been a solid guy for us. He's only had a couple of rough innings the whole summer, but I think he's a guy that everybody knows that when he's out there late in the game, we got a chance to win.
Coach, I think one thing that really stands out about this team is the presence of two-way guys and their impact. How huge has that been throughout the season?
It's huge for the team. It's tough to do. I did it in college, and it's not easy to do, to play the whole game in the field and then come in and throw. Sometimes you're tired, sometimes you're really dirty from sliding and stuff, and then you got to shift focus onto the mound where the ball's in your hand, and the body might be a little bit fatigued. But our guys have done it great. It's a little unique this summer. We have a handful of guys. Usually we say like 1 or 2 possibly, but this year we got a handful of guys, which makes my job a little bit tougher because it takes a lot of finagling to get guys in and out there and making sure that they're getting their innings, but also getting their at-bats. But the good thing is that everybody who does it is doing very well at both.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot during this season that even when the offense kind of falters, there's not a lot of strikeouts. What have you seen from the guys at the plate and their approaches to kind of prevent those strikeouts and 2 strikeouts?
Well, we're getting guys on base, so they're seeing their pitches. They're not afraid to keep counts. So they're trying not to get themselves out too much early in the count. We've got a lot of full counts, a lot of walks, hit batsmen, that kind of thing. So they're just really trying to be patient up there and try to get pitches that they can drive. Sometimes you can't get a lot of strikeouts when you have that approach, kind of like in the major leagues right now. It's either strikeout or home run because they're looking for that pitch they can drive. And they're not going to do much with anything else until they get that pitch. And then they either do something with it or they don't. But we just have good hitters. Our guys are doing a great job. I think where we lack in the season, if I had to pick one thing, it's getting that base clearing double. But luckily, we had a guy tonight who had a pretty good night and gave us that base clearing double we needed at the right time.
Coach, last thing for you. Corn Dogs obviously just coming off a Firecracker tournament win. Kind of seems like whenever something new is brought to the Corn Dogs, they always kind of come out on top. How nice is that to see for the community and for the Corn Dogs kind of integrating themselves into Northwest Indiana?
Well, it's funny you say that because I was just talking to the players today, sent them a text just to let them know that even though it's kind of a mid-season tournament, it's a new thing, something we haven't done before, not a major end-of-the-year type tournament. It's still something that the Corn Dogs can use to promote ourselves as, hey, look at us, we're doing everything we can to be successful and grow our brand and everything we're trying to do, Ralph's vision for the team. It's just one more stepping stone to say, hey, look, we're not only here, but we're successful, we're doing things the right way, and here's what we're trying to do in the future. So it's just another part that these guys can play to help the Corn Dogs in the future.
Great. Thanks, Justin.